Hello, my name is Laura Aguirre, and in this video, I want to share my deep metacognitive reflection about my learning journal through discourse on ethics and sustainability. The purpose of this video is to explain what I learned, how I learned it, and what it mattered, and how this knowledge transfers into more ethical, conscious, and responsible agents of change in the face of climate crisis. As well as Swartz explains, metacognition requires us to pause and climb a ladder of reflection. What I have learned, how I learned it, what was difficult or easy, and what I can improve, and how can this learning be applied to my life and future. These questions make me to see how my personal, professional, citizen, and customer identify are connected to climate changes we study and my ability to make a real impact. Through this course, I learned to serve myself in ways I hadn't done before. I started to identify small but meaningful habits and recognizing how my daily actions connect to global issues like climate change, overconsumption, and environmental injustice. Personally, one of the biggest change was becoming aware of the ethics behind everyday decisions. I started questioning my habits with food, clothing, transportation, and waste. I realized how greenwashing often manipulates us thinking we're eco-friendly when reality companies are misleading us through marketing strategies that hide harmful practices. Before this course, I knew the definition of greenwashing, but now I understand that its ethical implications and how it creates a false solutions that relate through climate actions. I also learned to slow down and truly reflect why I do costume, what motivate my choices, how I am contributing to the problem, and how I can contribute to the solution. Applying sorts later helped me to identify what was easy. I recognizing greenwashing and was the hardest, like confronting my own contradictions. One big personal achievement was reducing unnecessary clothing purchase, decreasing gas usage, and using the university transportation more often. For me, these weren't just tasks, they were moments of personal growth. My professional dimension, I am a accountant and finance student, and in this course made me to realize how my career deeply connect to sustainability. Accountants and financial professionals play a key role in transparency, ethical communication, and detecting misleading practices. I learned that sustainability in business is not only about operations, it's also about ethics, accountability, and accurate reporting. Concepts like greenwashing, ethical consumption, and corporate responsibility help me to understand how companies shape narratives and why ethical professionals are needed to supervise data, analyze inconsistencies, and ensure integrity. I personally commit to practicing transparency, applying ethical decision making, questioning environmental claims, and promoting sustainable finances. In the future, I see myself helping organizations to avoid greenwashing and adopt real sustainability practices. This course make me to commit to honest and ethical responsibility, making me more prepared to professional. As a citizen in this course helped me to recognize my role in society and my responsibility to others. I learned that climate change is not only an environmental issue, it's an ethical, social, and political and economical. Through the different classes activities, including the analysis of sustainability changes, the case of study about environmental injustice, and the reflection exercise, I become more aware how interconnected we are all. I understand how greenwashing can mislead entire communities and delay the structural changes we needed. Working on ecological footprint showed me that individual actions matter, but collective responsibility is essential. Reading, analyzing, and applying ethical frameworks increased my capacity to evaluate policies, companies, and decisions with more a critical perspective. More importantly, I become myself as someone who can contribute to better public understanding, support sustainable initiatives, and engage in community conversations. Consumer dimension. In this dimension, I learned that consumption is a moral act. Every purchase, every choice, every click has consequences. Before this course, I only saw consumption as a personal preference, and now I understand that my decision has an impact in ecosystem, workers, supply chains, and future generations. I started questioning, do I need this? And do I need this? Or do I want it? Who made this product? What are the consequences? Is this company transparent? This new way of thinking helped me to become more conscious consumer, reducing unnecessary purchase and matching my habits with SDGs, especially SDGs 12, responsible consumption. Critical thinking and learning. Through this course, I constantly exercise critical thinking, evaluating information, comparing sources, and questioning narratives. I learned to connect philosophical concepts with real life sustainable issues. In conclusion, my most significant learning from this course is understanding that sustainability is not only environmental, it's also unethical. It requires honesty, transparency, justice, and responsibility. This course transformed the way I understand my role as a student, professional, citizen, and consumer. I now see myself as an agent of change, someone capable of contributing solutions through ethical decision making, critical consumption, and responsible actions. What is next for me? I want to continue learning, questioning, promoting my habits, and promoting transparency. Climate change is not something far away. It is happening right now. Higher temperatures, environmental injustice, the loss of nature, and overconsumption are already affecting millions of people. The science is clear and the facts cannot be ignored. But beyond the numbers, there is an ethical responsibility. We must choose honestly instead of greenwashing, responsibly instead of convenience, and collective action instead of indifference. We all have moral responsibility to protect life, act with integrity, and work for future based on justice and transparency. The evidence shows that the system we have today are not sustainable. Without real actions, the consequence will only get worse. I invited every person to take action, consume with responsibility, ask for transparency, support real sustainable policies, and reject greenwashing, and chose to be an agent of change. The future is not something we wait for, it's something we create with every decision we make.